SwayamPrabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Dear students, you are welcome in this class. I am Dr. Dinesh Kumar, Principal Scientist from Division of Agronomy, ICR, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, Pusa Campus, New Delhi. This lecture belongs to the course Agronomy of Oilseed, Fiber and Sugar Crops. The title of the lecture is Origin, History, Area, Production, Classification, Morphology, Cropping Systems and Improved Varieties of Sugarcane. So, learning objectives of this lecture are to get acquainted with the origin, means where this crop has originated, how it is spread from one part of the world to another part, what is the status of area of this crop, status of production of this crop in world as well as in India. Also, you will see data related to different Indian states. To detail the classification means how, what kind of taxonomy to which it belongs, morphology, cropping systems and different improved varieties of sugarcane will be covered in this lecture. Overall, you know that two important sugar crops are there in the world. One is sugarcane, other is sugar beet. So, today we are dealing with sugarcane. Now, most of you must have seen the crop of sugarcane. This is sugarcane crop. Now, some glossary. Bagasse. It is plant residue of sugarcane stalk left after the juice has been extracted. You know the sugarcane canes are used to extract the juice in factories, and when juice is extracted, so other part which is remaining unused is actually bagasse, and this bagasse can be used for several purposes. Millable canes are ripened canes or stalk. The stem of cane or cane is also called as stalk that are fit for extraction of juice. Molasses, a thick dark syrup separated from raw sugar crystals during sugar production. In sugar production, there is one process which is crystallization. So, during crystallization, some liquid material is left which is called as molasses. It contains sugar also. Polymorphic plant, multiple forms within a species which can include variations in morphological, genetic or biochemical traits. Press mud, it is filter cake or mud, a solid residue left after clarification of sugarcane juice is press mud. It is basically used as a manure by the farmer, and sometimes press mud is also composted with other material. Spikelets are a small basic unit of inflorescence, that is flower cluster in grasses, and we know that this particular crop belongs to Poaceae. Sucrose, a common disaccharide type of carbohydrate composed of two monosaccharides, glucose and fructose. As you might be knowing that cane sugar is also known as sucrose. Sugarcane clump, a dense grouping of sugarcane plants growing together. Sugarcane grows in clumps because of its growth habit, where multiple stalks emerge from a single root system like this. You can see this is the set, and then many plants will come up and they will develop into stalks. So, this particular structure is a clump. Trichomes, small epidermal structures and hair-like outgrowth on surface of leaves, stems and flowers in plant. Now, let us see the importance of this crop. So, it plays a very important role in Indian economy, particularly by contributing substantially to national agricultural GDP, gross domestic product, by contributing excise duty and payment to cane growers. With 532, approximately 532 operational sugar factories in rural areas. Indian sugar industry is prime catalyst in converting potential agro-industrial rural sector into economic strength of the country. So it contributes handsomely to the economics of the country. See, more than 50 million farmers are involved in its cultivation, harvesting and ancillary means related activities. Sugar industries employs more than 0.5 million skilled and unskilled workers, or you can say 5 lakhs. Thus, more than 8.8% of our rural population is dependent on sugar industry. Main product of sugarcane is of course sucrose, which accumulates in stalk internodes. Sucrose extracted and purified in specialized mill factories is used as a food and raw material in food industries or fermented to produce ethanol, a low pollution fuel. Now this sugarcane crop is being considered as a biofuel crop. Its products include table sugar, molasses, bagasse and ethanol. During past 50 years, crop has metamorphosed from sugar cane to fiber cane to alcohol cane to energy cane. Means there are so many uses of this crop. So sugarcane as a biofuel crop has expanded, yielding anhydrous ethanol, that is gasoline additive, and hydrated ethanol by fermentation and distillation of juice and molasses. In India, the sugar sector has an installed capacity of more than 7,000 megawatts of electricity supply through cogeneration. So it can help in producing electricity also. Byproduct is vinasse. A liquid waste is sometimes used for fertigation purposes. Now see bagasse. On the right side you are seeing the bagasse. This is obtained from the cane after extraction of juice. So bagasse is a byproduct of both sugar and ethanol production, is burnt to generate electricity. It can be burnt to generate electricity to run mill, same mill, and also used for production of biodegradable plastic. And it has some other uses also in paper industry as well. Provides fuel for steam and electricity for sugar mills. Press mud used as a manure. You can see on the right side, it is press mud, a sugarcane byproduct. Some factories have diversified the byproducts based industries and invested to put up distilleries, organic chemical plants, paper and board factories, as well as cogeneration units for supply of electricity to power grids. So you can see from commercial angle also, this crop is very, very important. The tops of the sugarcane used as animal fodder, particularly in subtropical parts of the country. This is an important fodder crop. Let us see origin and history of sugarcane. Scientists believe that sugarcane, which scientific name is Saccharum officinarum L, you can also put L here, was first domesticated in New Guinea about 8,000 to 10,000 years ago from robust sugarcane. So you can see Saccharum robusta. So it is basically the parent, the ancient parent of sugarcane. From there, its cultivation expanded to Oceania. Oceania means the country which are near Australia, New Zealand and etc., which is called as Micronesia and Polynesia, and into Asia, where it reached China and India at least 3,000 years ago. Means it started spreading from New Guinea. Cultivated sugar canes, for example, Saccharum barbarii. This is subtropical cane in India, and Saccharum sinensis in China are thought to be hybrids of domesticated sugar cane, Saccharum officinarum and Saccharum spontaneum. So cross of Saccharum spontaneum and Saccharum officinarum is Saccharum barbarii in India, and you can see this that originated in those regions. For Chinese cane, it is Saccharum sinensis. process of producing a type of solid unrefined sugar from sugarcane was invented in India about 2500 years ago. In China, sugarcane was used as a sweet vegetable. Also, it has got medicinal value in China, and perhaps by East Qin dynasty around 317 to 420 AD, and certainly later for production of unrefined sugar, with technique probably coming from the West. Sugarcane and sugar milling were introduced to Persia. Now, Persia is present-day Iran. Between about 500 to 600 AD. From there, it is spread to other parts of Islamic world including North Africa, etc. So, after some brief history, we can see the world sugarcane area. It is the latest area available for year 2022. So, you can see this table. Brazil is having the largest area under sugarcane in the world, about 9.87 million hectare in year 2022, which is about 37.8%, or you can say 38%. 38% area of sugarcane is in Brazil. Similarly, India has 5.18 million hectare area in 2022, which is roughly you can say about 20% area of the world. So, 1/5 area of the world is in India. And then next important country is Thailand, Pakistan, China, Mexico, Indonesia, USA, Colombia, Australia. And you can see area in Pakistan, it is about 1.32 million hectare, and it is 5.1% of the world's sugarcane area. And you see on the bottom how much is the total area in the world. So, it is 26 million hectare area of sugarcane in year 2022 in the world. Now, see world sugarcane production in million tons in year 2022. This data has been downloaded from FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization website. Any student who likes to download data, you can do so freely. They are not charging any money. Now, see world sugarcane production. It is highest in Brazil because it also had highest area. So, you can see about 40% production of sugarcane is in Brazil. Next is India, about 439.4%, which is you can say 23% of the world's production is contributed by India. China had 103.4 million tons, which is about 5.4% production of the world. And Thailand, Pakistan, Mexico, Colombia, Indonesia, and many other countries are contributing towards global sugarcane production. Now, see the productivity yield in tons per hectare. This is for the year 2022. So, in this you can see that countries like Colombia is having very high yields. Average yield is 95 tons per hectare. And next you can see USA also. USA has 83.7 tons per hectare of productivity. And coming to India, it has 84.9 tons productivity, or you can say in India it is about 85 tons per hectare in year 2022. Similarly, Australia 85.3 tons per hectare, and productivity in Brazil is relatively low. It is 73.4 tons per hectare. Now, coming to the world. So, here the productivity of the world is 73.7 tons, or you can say 74 tons per hectare in the world. Now, it is a really happy situation in India that India is having more productivity than average productivity of the world. Now, state-wise area of sugarcane in India, the unit is in lakh hectare. So, you can see Uttar Pradesh has the highest area in year 21-22 as well as 22-23. So, UP is having about 21.8 million hectare in 21-22 and 27.4 million hectare in 22-23. If you take 5 years average from 17-18 to 21-22, then the average area in Uttar Pradesh is 22 million hectare, which is standing about first position, and it is about 45% of the total area in India. Now you see another state, Maharashtra. It is having on an average for 5 years 10.6 million hectare area. Another, Karnataka, is the third important state, having about 4.7 million hectare area, average of 5 years. And then Bihar, 2.2 million hectare. And you can see interesting, very interesting data that UP is having 10 times more area than Bihar. Bihar has 2.2 and now UP is having 22 million hectare area, averaged over 5 years. And then other states are Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. So you can see in area, UP is occupying first position, contributing 45% area. Second state is Maharashtra, having 22% area roughly, and third is your Karnataka, having 9.6% of total area in India. So you can see these are the 4-5 important states in India growing sugarcane. Now coming to the production, state-wise production of sugarcane, remember the data is in million tons here. So states like Uttar Pradesh has produced 179.2 million tons of sugarcane in 21-22, and in 22-23 it is expected to produce 25.2 million tons of sugarcane. And if you take average of 5 years, starting from 17-18 to 21-22, so Uttar Pradesh is contributing about 178.6 million tons of sugarcane per year, and it is 44.8% of the total sugarcane produced in the country. The next important state is Maharashtra. Number 2 is Maharashtra. On an average, it is producing 91.9, or you can say 92 million tons of sugarcane per year. However, in year 22-23, Maharashtra is expected to produce 124 million tons of sugarcane. Similarly, other important states, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Bihar and Gujarat. And overall, you can see that UP stands first in area, second is Maharashtra, third is Karnataka, and so on. The situation for whole country in India, you get 494.2 million tons of sugarcane in year 22-23. And average production is 398.9, or you can say somewhere around 400 million tons per year sugarcane is being produced in India. Now finally you see the state-wise yield in ton per hectare of sugarcane. Tamil Nadu had the highest productivity, 109.2 million 2 tons per hectare in 21-22 and 104.8 tons per hectare in 22-23. And average, taking the average of 5 years, so Tamil Nadu produced highest sugarcane yield, 104.5 tons per hectare, Karnataka 90.8 tons per hectare, followed by Maharashtra. So you can see that Tamil Nadu stands number 1 in productivity of sugarcane, second is Karnataka, and third is Maharashtra, and so on. Taking the average of whole India, you can see that the average productivity in 21-22 was 79.7 and it is currently 84 tons per hectare. And average productivity of 5 years is 21.5 tons per hectare. Now let us see the classification of this crop. It belongs to family grass family, or you can call it Gramineae or Poaceae family. Genus Saccharum is placed in tribe Andropogoni. This tribe is characteristically found in tropical and subtropical regions. Andropogoni plants distinguished from other grasses by presence of paired-like spikelets, one sessile and one pedicellate borne on a fragile rachis. Botanical classification is summarized in next slide. Now family is Poaceae, subfamily is Panicoideae, tribe is Andropogoni, and subtribe is Saccharaceae, group is Saccharastrea, and genus is Saccharum, and species is Officinarum, and there may be others extant varieties or hybrids of different species. Two important regions of high concentration of genus Saccharum are India and southern Indonesia at present. It has been found that genus Saccharum may have 6 species: Saccharum officinarum, Saccharum spontaneum, Saccharum barberi, Saccharum adule, Saccharum sinensis from China, Saccharum robustum. Saccharum spontaneum and Saccharum robustum occur in wild, and other 4 cultivated species brief description given in next slide. So now see Saccharum officinarum L, the main cane, noble cane. It has 2n is equal to 80, the chromosome number, also called noble canes, cultivated for thick juicy canes with high sucrose and low fiber, and distributed in Southeast Asia and New Guinea. Saccharum barberi, 2n may vary, the chromosome number, diploid chromosome number 2n may vary from 111 to 120. So it is North Indian cane, thin with short cylindrical internodes, originated through introgression of Saccharum officinarum with Saccharum spontaneum, means it is product of Saccharum officinarum and Saccharum spontaneum, Khas, in the region of Bihar, West Bengal and Odisha in India. Saccharum sinensis, it may have chromosome number, diploid chromosome 2n is equal to 81 to 184. It is Chinese cane with taller plants, broader leaves, cultivated in China, originated through introgression of Saccharum officinarum and Miscanthus saccariflorus. Then other is Saccharum adule Haas, diploid chromosome number 2n may vary from 60 to 80, cultivated for edible inflorescence in New Guinea and Fiji. Mutant from Saccharum robustum. Next is Saccharum robustum. It may have chromosome number either 60 or 80. This is diploid or 2n chromosome number. So it is found wild in Indonesia, New Guinea, tall habit, large inflorescence and small spikelets, originated from introgression of Saccharum spontaneum with Arianthus, Sclerostichia and Miscanthus. Next is Saccharum spontaneum. It may have chromosome number diploid 2n is equal to 40 to 120, means it may have variable chromosome number which vary from 40 to 128. Wild and highly polymorphic with wide genotypic geographic distribution from New Guinea to Africa and to Mediterranean, originated in India. Now we go to the morphology of the sugarcane plant. We will see different parts, how they look, how they look from outside. So plant made up of solid cylindrical stalks, long broad leaves partitioned into sheath and lamina, and adventitious roots. A sugarcane clump consists of a number of tillers, maybe 2 to 45, depending upon the variety, growing conditions, and an entangled root system supports it. Normally above ground parts make up 70% of the total biomass, and root system contributes 30% to the total biomass. Now we see different structures of sugarcane plant. Suppose it is sown by the sugarcane set. It looks like this. Here you get buds which germinate. So here is the set, and it develops the roots, the seed set and roots, and then you can get, this is the primary tiller or mother plant. It came first, and then you can see secondary shoot or tiller may come from the main. They may come left or right, and then you have internode. Internode is the length of cane between two nodes, This is internode, and then the whole stem is your stalk, and this is leaf sheath, part of the leaf which is wrapped around the which covers the stalk, and this is leaf, and you will find nodal region also, and this is how sugarcane plant looks. See first information about root. Plant is propagated asexually by cuttings. Cuttings are sets or seed cane having one or more buds. Roots are of two types: set roots, which are coming initially. After planting, cane set produces these roots, being thin, branched, and absorb water and minerals for some time. For initial development of seedling, these roots give support. At a stage when bud grows into a new plant called settling, shoot roots emerge from lower parts of the developing setlings. These are thicker and take over function of set root. So therefore, set roots are temporary roots, but afterwards this new plant, new tillers or new shoot will have new and permanent roots. 45 to 55 days after planting, shoot roots take over nutrient and water uptake functions from the set roots. Besides anchorage, roots impart compensatory ability and tolerance to drought conditions. So number of functions are performed by the sugarcane root. So you can see more picture of the roots. So here you can see set roots. So this is the sugarcane set, and it is giving out the set root, and these are called as primary roots. And the tiller or this shoot will also have its roots, which are permanent in nature, and this region is called as shoot, and this is primary shoot, the first shoot, and it can give rise to secondary shoot and so on. Now you can have a close view of the sugarcane root. It looks like this. They are fibrous in nature. They do not have any taproot system. You can see also on the right side, the roots from different shoots or canes are getting intermingled into each other. It is very tough to identify that which root is belonging to which tiller or which plant. Now stalk. Stalk is composed of nodes, internodes, which at base are very short, gradually increasing in length till a maximum reached, after which decreases. There is base about 5 to 10 centimeter long, having short internodes, is thick. Since each node is provided with a bud, this basal portion enables formation of tillers. Some develop into millable canes. So actually the main stem is also called as stalk. It stores sugar in parenchymatous cells. Top of cane poor in sucrose and rich in melacigenic. Top portion with many buds and ample supply of nutrients is valuable seed material. So therefore, many times it is suggested to the farmers to use the top one-third portion or top half portion of sugarcane for sowing purposes, because it has very short internodes. There are many nodes or buds in less area or less length of the cane. Extreme tip of stalk consists of a growing point enclosed by young leaves. Youngest 8 to 10 internodes are very small, measuring just 1 centimeter all together. Thickness of internodes close to the ground is more than successive upper internodes. Mostly the lower internodes are thicker than the younger internodes. Outer hard cover called rind is cortex tissue below epidermis. Pith composed of white cottony dead parenchyma cells and associated with low sucrose content. Stalk would also have joints. It is divided into joints, each consisting of a node and internode. Node comprises a root band with primordial roots, a bud, a wax band below node, and a growth ring above node. You will see all these structures in the picture. So there is a wide range of variation in length, diameter, color, configuration and alignment of internodes. So you can see here, this is part of a sugarcane cane or a stalk or a stem, you can see here. So on the bottom you are seeing that growth crack is there, one small crack is there, which is called as growth crack. Then comes the node region. This region is called as nodal region, or this is node region. This contains a bud, this bud. So this bud can give rise to new tiller or new kind of branching. Sometimes it can do branching also. And this is root primordia. So from here the root will emerge. This is called as root primordia. And then bud furrow. This bud furrow, this kind of structure on the internode is bud furrow. And then you can see the leaf scur. This part is called as leaf scur. Then root band here. This band is root band. And then above it is a growth ring. You are able to see this growth ring. This is growth ring. And the whole region is called as node. And then you can see inside the cane, these are vascular bundles having xylem and phloem. Xylems are towards rind or towards the center, and phloem are outside. Now see the tillers or the shoots. So plant branches out generally from underground portion of a stem called tillers. Portion of underground stem is less than few centimeter but has many internodes and buds compress. So here on the bottom side, the length of the internode is very, very small. So therefore there can be profuse tilling here. Buds sprout and emerge out as side shoots or tillers. These tillers again repeat process of underground branching. Thus a large number of shoots arise from a single parent bud initially planted. Means one main bud will give one main tiller, and then this main tiller or main shoot will give secondary shoots, and secondary shoots can result in tertiary shoots and likewise. Now you can see here point of attachment to original cutting here, and then you can see the primary stalk. This one, the central one is primary stalk. It can give rise to secondary stalk, this one. This is produced from the main stalk, and then there can be tertiary stalk or tertiary tiller. You can see tilling pattern in sugarcane on the right side. So it is just going to start the tilling in this picture. Now you can see how the tilling is happening in sugarcane. In both these pictures, tilling is shown, how the two shoots are coming out from the soil, and this one particular bunch of sugarcane tillers is called as a clump, C-L-U-M-P. Now see the morphology of the leaf of sugarcane crop. So it has basically two parts. One part is wrapped around the stem, or one part which is called as this sheath. It covers the stem, and other part is leaf blade. So leaf consists of two parts, sheath and leaf lamina or leaf blade. Leaf sheath is tubular, encircles stem or covers the stem, and its outer surface may bear a variable number of hairs. At upper edge, leaf sheath may have ear-like appendages known as auricles. At junction of sheath and lamina is leaf joint on internal surface of which there is a membranous appendages called legues. So like rice crop, like some other cereal plants, sugarcane also have auricles and legues. Inner surface of joint is known as throat, while outer region is known as collar or dewlap. Dewlaps are more or less triangular and vary in color from light green to deep purple. Leaf blade is long, thin and tapers towards tip, supported by a midrib extending from joint to tip. Leaf margins serrated with sharp marginal teeth inclined towards tip of leaf. Now trichomes are also there. So trichomes, one or two celled hairs develop from epidermal cells lying between the veins. Epidermal hairs and stoma are more abundant on lower surface of blade. Leaf development is related to tiller initiation and emergence. Tillers initiate when there are at least 2 open leaves on mother shoot, and frequency of tiller emergence is maximum when there are 6 to 8 leaves on mother shoot. Now you can see different parts of the leaf. So the lower part is your leaf sheath, which is covering the stem, and the remaining free part, this part is your leaf blade or leaf lamina. You can see here also sheath base on the nodal part, and then this is sheath wrapping around the cane sheath, and you can see some fine hairs at this position, and blade joint is there, and dewlap. These are dewlap. Blade starts from here, and this is the midrib of the blade, and then you can find ligule here, and auricle are also there. So these are different parts of the sugarcane leaf. Now we go to the inflorescence and flowers. A compound panicle called tassel or arrow, open branched panicle having main axis and lateral branches. It may contain one large flower. Large number of flowers are there in one inflorescence, which is called as arrow or panicle. Flowers borne in paired spikelets. One may be sessile and other is pedicelated. Flowering starts at tip of an arrow and proceeds downward. Anthesis starts early in the morning and coincides with sunrise. Complete exertion of arrow may take more than 1 week. So what happens? This anthesis happens during morning hours, morning time. Anthesis is known as first opening of the flower, and it takes very long time for panicle to emerge from the flag leaf. It takes about a week's time to get the whole panicle emerge from the plant. So each spikelet as a single flower consists of 3 or 4 glumes, 2 lodicules, a whole of 3 stamens. A student should remember that it has got 3 stamens and a single ovary with 2 feathery stigma. This is very characteristics of certain plants, 2 feathery stigmas. After fertilization, seed maturation takes place, and it takes nearly 3 weeks, followed by shedding of ripened seeds by disintegration of panicle branch. Seeds and floral structure including long silken hair at base of spikelet are referred as fudge or fluff, F-U-Z-Z and F-L-U-F-F. This is very important point. For flowering, by and large, sugarcane has short day response. Emergence of arrow is season bound, which varies from north to south. For breeding program, male and female parents should flower simultaneously in order to use pollen of male parent on stigma of female. Now you can see the inflorescence and flowers of sugarcane. So this is actually one panicle, and here also you are seeing several panicles, and this is your flowering stage also. Now we go to different growth phases of sugarcane. So being a long duration crop, it undergoes a series of interdependent but fairly distinct growth phases during its life cycle. So germination and establishment is the first stage. It is during 30 to 45 days, means initial 30 to 45 days. Then comes the tillering, production of shoots, 45 to 135 days after planting. It starts at 45 days and it can finish at 135 days. Third stage is elongation or grand growth, which starts at 135 days and can end at 240 days after planting. And finally, you get ripening or maturity 240 days after planting. So this is this is just like typical example of sugarcane taking average values. However, it will vary with the duration of the variety. Generally, shorter duration variety will have lesser time for these stages, and longer duration will have more time for these stages. For germination and emergence, it requires warmer weather with better soil moisture status to ensure proper germination. Hot and dry weather is congenial for tilling, whereas hot and humid season is required for grand growth. Now you can see different growth phases of sugarcane. 30 to 45 days after planting, it is germination and establishment. This. Second is 45 to 135 days after planting is tilling stage. You can see now the plant will start tilling. And here you see also height of cane is increasing. And third is 135 to 240 days after planting. This is grand growth phase. And lastly you see ripening phase, which comes after 240 days. Germination and establishment phase. Under field condition, germination phase usually lasts about 30 to 45 days. However, it depends upon temperature also. If temperatures are low, it takes longer duration for germination. If temperatures are high and soil has good moisture, then germination is very quick. So optimum temperature for sprouting is 28 to 30 degrees centigrade warm. Moist soil ensures rapid germination. Internal and external factors influence growth of plants in this phase. External factors like soil's dampness, circulation of air and temperature, and internal factors are set, supplement status, buds health and moisture of the set. Now you can see how sugarcane germinate. This is the set of the sugarcane, and you see this is the germination process. The new plant has come out. You can also see, and the set will start rooting also. You can see germinated plants of sugarcane, how they look in the field. Next is tilling phase. It starts from 45 days and lasts up to 135 days after planting, and provides appropriate number of stalks or tillers. Light is most important external factor, including influencing tilling. Adequate light reaches base of plant is necessary. Otherwise, tilling will be affected adversely. About 30 degrees centigrade temperature is optimum for tilling. Early formed tillers give thicker and heavier stalks, and late formed tillers either die or remain short or immature. Now you can see this sugarcane crop is in tilling phase on the right side also. Grand growth phase. It starts from 135 days after planting and endures up to 240 days after planting. So it is a significant yield period where actual formation and extension of cane happens. Under suitable conditions, stalk develops quickly, about 4 to 5 internodes every month. At temperature about 30 degrees centigrade with a humidity of 80% is most conducive for the growth of sugarcane. Now you can see grand growth phase, this phase of sugarcane crop. Next is your ripening phase. The period starts 24 to 40 days after planting, depending upon the variety and climatic conditions. Synthesis and fast growing of sugar take place, whereas vegetative development is diminished now. Now plant is starting to produce sugar. In full grown sugarcane, bottom contains more parts of sugar than top, means sugar is more concentrated in lower parts of the cane than in upper part. Ample sunshine, clear skies, cool night and warm days and dry weather highly conducive for ripening stage. So you can see this is sugarcane crop at ripening stage or phase. So now let us switch over to another subject, which is cropping systems. So two types of cropping systems are adopted. One is crop sequences, where different rotations are adopted. These rotations may include sugarcane crop. And also there is one more type of cropping system, which is intercropping. So several intercrops can be grown in sugarcane. So inclusion of short duration, high value crops in sugarcane based production system as intercrop or sequential crops holds a great promise. Example of crop sequences and intercropping involving sugarcane are discussed in next slide. Let us see different crop sequences involving sugarcane. So, in the first column you have regions, in the second column you have cropping sequences. So, let us see crop sequences for northwest zone. So, in this, for example, rotations for sugar for spring, because you know sugarcane is cultivated in northern India in two seasons. The first sowing time is in October normally, and second sowing time is in February, March. The first one is called as autumn cane, and the late one, which is sown in February, March, is called as spring cane. So, let us see rotation for the spring cane. Rice, short duration rice can be taken, and then in Rabi fodder crop can be taken, or potato can be taken, followed by sugar cane. So, here sugar cane can be fitted, and then again ratoon, sugar cane ratoon, and then again wheat. So, this kind of rotation is there, which is also quite common in northwest zone. Other rotation can be in Kharif. You can take either rice or you can take Kharif fodder like sorghum, or toria can be taken in the early winter, or raya, and then sugarcane can be taken in February, March, and then sugarcane ratoon and followed by wheat. So, this rotation is also practiced, and other important rotation in northwest zone is maize or cotton. Either you can take maize or cotton, followed by sugarcane and then ratoon, and then it can be wheat. Now, see this rotations continues for northwest zone, but this time it is rotation in autumn planted sugarcane. So, generally the productivity of autumn planted cane is higher than the productivity of spring planted cane, because of duration, mainly the duration of autumn planted cane is more. Now, see rotation for autumn. In Kharif you can take fodder crop or green manure crop, or even maize can be taken in Kharif, or you can take rice. But rice has to be short duration, not the long duration rice. Long duration rice can go up to November. Therefore, early duration rice will work here, or one can take moong in Kharif, and followed by any of these crop is sugarcane, which can be planted in October with intercrop. Here sugarcane can be intercropped also with raya, potato, wheat, or winter maize, or even gobi, sarso, cabbage. So, lot of options are available for intercropping in west northwest zone. And then after taking the main crop of sugarcane, one can take the ratoon crop and again the wheat crop. Another rotation is rice, sugarcane plus potato. So, after rice you can take sugarcane plus potato in autumn planted cane. Intercropping can be done for potato, toria, lentil, urd, moong, and then ratoon crop of sugarcane, and then finally wheat crop. Now, north central zone, the different crop sequences are rice in Kharif, wheat in Rabi, and green gram in summer. So, this is one rotation. Another rotation is rice, sugarcane plant, ratoon, and green gram. Sugarcane, ratoon, or sugarcane main plant, ratoon, and wheat. As many of the students know that the ratoon crop is the crop number 2 taken from the planted crop. First time you go for sowing of sugarcane, this is known as plant crop, and after that, after harvesting of the first crop, second crop can be grown from the stubbles of the same crop, previous crop. This is known as ratoon crop. So, first of all you need to take the main crop, sugarcane plant crop, then ratoon. So, it will take 2 years, and then wheat, and then green gram. In northeastern zone, rice, and then pea, and then sugarcane, and then ratoon. Rice or maize, either of these crop, and then sugarcane, and then ratoon. So, lot of options are available. In peninsular India, which may include southern India and some Maharashtra, etc. So, it may include your paddy, sugarcane ratoon, and finger millet. Then second important rotation is paddy, sugarcane, sugarcane ratoon and sesamum. Sesamum is your till. Paddy, sugarcane, ratoon and then black gram. Paddy, groundnut, sorghum, finger millet, sun hemp, sugarcane. Very interesting rotation. You can see paddy is a cereal crop followed by groundnut oilseed crop, which is a oilseed legume, and then a coarse grain crop and finger millet, and then leguminous crop, and then sugarcane. So very diverse rotation it is. Then sugarcane, fodder sorghum, groundnut, tobacco, cotton, green manure. So you see the crop rotations are different for different regions. Some are for 2 years, some are for 3 years, and some are for more years. For East Coast zone, you can see paddy, paddy fallow, sugarcane paddy, paddy, sugarcane and pulses. So some sugarcane is also grown in coastal region of the country. Now you see intercropping system of sugarcane. Number of intercrops have been used or can be grown in as intercrop in sugarcane. As already discussed that in northern India planting time is different for 2 crops. One is taken in autumn, which is sown mostly in October. Other is taken in February, March, which is a spring planted cane. So under both conditions, number of intercrops can be included. It may include certain fodder crops, it may include pulses, oilseeds, vegetables, spices, variety of crops, even potato can be taken. In case of spring crop, the choice gets limited because it has to pass through the summer period. During that summer period, many crops will need a lot of water availability and so on. So intercropping in sugarcane offers great opportunity for increasing farm income per unit area, per unit time. So here the intensification is in time as well as in space, which is known as temporal and spatial. Success of intercropping depends on selection of crop, variety, sowing time, planting geometry, fertilizer management, etc. Because the management at one point of time, farmers will be managing 2 crops. There may be different fertilizer requirement for intercropping system than in sole cropping system. Similarly, farmer would be controlling insect pests and diseases of 2 or 3 different crops. So management becomes somewhat tough here. In South India, it is usually rotated with rice. In North India, sugarcane is generally grown after harvest of cotton, maize, sorghum, paddy, thoria, potato, pea and wheat, etc. In most cases, sugarcane is planted after harvest of the wheat, and then sowing of the sugarcane gets very late. So that late planting of sugarcane is being practiced by many farmers in northwestern India. However, productivity of this crop is much lower than the normally sown crop or autumn planted crop. Now you see crops suitable for intercropping in tropical regions. Up to now you were seeing the intercrops that were suitable for intercropping in northwestern India, and also you have checked for some other parts. Now see planting season and intercrop. Pre-seasonal in tropical regions. So intercrop can be potato, can be gram. Gram is your Bengal gram or chickpea. Cabbage. Cabbage is a vegetable plant. Cauliflower and onion. So these are the options for pre-seasonal sowing of sugarcane. Then Adsali. This Asali sugarcane takes very long time. It takes about 18 months to ripen or to mature. So in Adsali cane, groundnut, soybean, cowpea, radish, coriander, fenugreek. So you can see oilseed can be interplanted like soybean and groundnut. Cowpea, a pulse crop, can be planted. It can be used as a fodder crop also. Then vegetables like radish and spices like coriander can be used as intercrop in these conditions. Then seasonal suru, summer groundnut, soybean, watermelon and cucumber are the options as intercrop. Now see, for tropical regions there are many more choices for intercrop. One is green gram, Vigna radiata, black gram, cowpea, sunflower, soybean, coriander, okra, groundnut, sesame, maize, finger millet, radish, onion. Lot many choices are also available for tropical regions as intercrop. See more intercrops for autumn planting. Now for autumn planting of cane in northwest India. So potato, radish, mustard, carrot, lentil, linseed, peas, turnip, onion, garlic, coriander, sugar beet, wheat, French bean, maize and thoria. So many options are available, but it is not that all options will give you equal economic return. The return from each crop may be different. So for each region, these intercrops have been recommended, and hence the recommended intercropping system can be adopted to earn more profit from intercropping. Now some more options for spring planting. Spring planting in northwest India or subtropical region. Here you can plant green gram, quite successful crop, tomato, black gram, cowpea, brinjal and dhecha can be also used. Now see, this is quite common intercropping system in case of autumn planted cane. Here yellow mustard has been planted between two rows of sugar cane, and you can see it is very widely planted cane crop. It is around say 4 feet distance here, and in between two rows this yellow mustard is grown. So this system has been found quite profitable. Another system which is profitable in spring subtropical regions is intercropping of mentha. Mentha is a medicinal plant, you can see, and between two rows of sugarcane, in the center you are able to see the sugarcane plants, and then in between two rows this mentha has been grown. Quite profitable system in subtropical India. Now you can see this is in spring planted cane, intercropping of mung bean crop. So this is your sugar cane, and you have this intercrop as green gram. Now intercropping of potato in sugar cane, in particularly in autumn planted cane. So in the center you are seeing the sugar cane crop, and here you are seeing the potato crop. So this is also a common intercropping system. Now see varietal improvement, important varieties of sugar cane. So recommended varieties for different states except UP. For UP they are listed in another table. So you can see for Assam, early varieties they have high sugar, CO 997, CO BLN 9103, CO BLN 9102 and so on. Similarly for Assam, mid-late varieties are CO BLN 9605, a number of varieties are there. For Bihar also in the category of early high sugar variety, but they are early. Similarly for mid-late varieties for Bihar, BO 91, BO 110, lot many varieties are there. For West Bengal, early and high sugar varieties are COLK 94184, mid-late varieties COB 94164, and similarly for other states you can find large number of varieties has been released. For Punjab, for mid-late varieties like CO 238, this variety was very important variety, but now it is getting red rot of sugarcane, and area under this variety is decreasing very sharply. Similarly for Haryana, early variety COJ 64. Then for Maharashtra, number of varieties have been released for Karnataka, for Gujarat, for Tamil Nadu, and for Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan. So many varieties are there. Such list can be obtained from any authentic source. From ICR textbook of field crop production, you can get the list of varieties of sugarcane. Similarly for the eastern region, central region, so these varieties are for Uttar Pradesh. So you can see for central region COJ 64, and for mid and late varieties COS 94257. So there are certain varieties which are common across all the regions. So dear students, hope you enjoyed this lecture very much. Thank you so much.